Hello, good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Soul, Light, and Body. How are you guys doing this morning? Did you do your journaling? Did you pause in silence and give some gratitude that you're here another day? Because many times we're just on the rush, we're just on the go, and we're not pausing to find that time to give gratitude and be grateful for our lives. It's very important for us to do that. Today we got a very important topic because sometime along we will get to that age and we will be a septuagenarian. So it's a very interesting topic and it's to help us to understand our elderly family at that age and how we could treat them, how we could give them the love and the compassion they need. Because when they are at that age, they still need that love and that compassion from us. And what a better person here to explain to us, Miss Maitreyee Sen. She is here to explain to us this morning how we should really treat them, how we should extend kindness to them, how we should be mindful of them around us, and how we can live going in to those years is very important for us. I am Karen Pascal, a holistic health and wellness coach and a co-author of two ebooks with my sister Joan Williams. And I'll now hand you over to Miss Joan Williams.
Thank you, Karen. Happy Friday to all of you, and we're so happy that you're here to join us for this session, this 1 hour, for such an important topic. How are you doing today? How was your past week? Are you setting your intentions? Because setting your intention and be intentional of what you're doing is so important for your life. Are you thinking about concluding the year and doing it in a strong fashion? What are your plans? What are some of the things that you would like to see for yourself before you conclude 2022 and move into 2023 feeling great, feeling good, showing yourself love, showing yourself compassion, and extend that out to others as well? Because when we love ourselves, we are able to love others as well. That's supposed to be our fundamentals. My name is Joan Williams, Holistic Health and Wellness Coach, also co-author two ebooks with Karen, and also we have digital magazines and also those are in print. The digital magazine was launched yesterday, and we also going to have the print, which will be coming out in a couple weeks. So stay tuned. Our guest today is Maitreyee Sen, and for such an important topic that all of us can understand how we move into aging, what are some of the things that we can look forward to, and how we can value those who are coming of age, and what they can share with us, because they still can share so much with us, so much of value. We can learn so much from them. So Maitreyee Sen, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you, John and Karen, for inviting me, for having me in this platform. Yeah, today's topic, I choose to share my experience, my feelings with you all. It is not something which is imaginary, but practically it is happening from last more than 10 years. And before that also, I'm going to share my experience, how their contribution made my, given an impact. It's a huge change in perspective. So I'd like to take your permission to share my screen.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I hope it is visible.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can
see
see
it.
it.
Okay, okay. So, friendship with septuagenarians, obviously, it's an unconditional bond which I have created from last more than 10 years or so. This presentation I want to dedicate to a few precious souls when I met, a long time before, but till I am connected with many, and many of them I lost. Unfortunately, they're not with me with their physical presence. Few are with me, and I'm getting connected with more septuagenarians friends. So always I feel fortunate that I'm having them in my life as a friend, everyday friend. And at least end of the day, I feel very happy and content that strong friendship bond we are having, and these are really precious. So it's my presentation. I can present you in that way, but I know there are a lot to share about old age, how they're having their own life. But here I'm going to share my own experience with septuagenarian. Let's begin. Septuagenarians, who are they? They are the people in their or close to their 70s. Around 9% of the world population are septuagenarian. So they're not very attractive, and they have lost their glow, but their eyes are always glowing and looking for someone who can just sit for a few minutes so that maybe they can share their experiences, they can give you certain supports, saying good morning to them, and they're going to share that I had a very bad night, like sleepless, or maybe somebody is showing their happiness, joy, that I had a really good sleep. So this small expressions from their own, they don't need any sympathy because they have reached to that level that they are financially secured, and they don't mind to support you, but they just need one friend who can sit along with them and spend a quality time. Some interesting things about them: their spirit, their happiness doesn't depend on their career success, what they have had long back. Your career success, might please you right now, but that doesn't mean that it will make you happier or unhappier when you're growing old. I have, unfortunately, I have lost this person. You can see, he has done a lot of vegetables on his rooftop, like above third floor. It's quite tedious job for him when he was 61 plus, 61, 62, and you can see the flowers. Okay, it's quite tedious job. So um, I think if you are going to ask me to do this, I don't think I can make it, but he has done. Unfortunately, I have lost. As far my concern, he was only buying potato and onions, except all the vegetables he was having from rooftop. So you can imagine the energy after retirement they're having. They might have some imperfect relationships with their families due to certain things like lack of patience, maybe they need to share their own views, maybe it's not matching, or maybe we need to sit for them, time constraints main factor, I can say. And we are all busy, so okay, we will talk to you in the evening, after our office, something like that, but they will keep on keeping on. They have a great energy, but some may have mobility issues. Some of they are fit more than me. I can guarantee you, I can assure you. Morning walk, evening walk, and loads of gardening and loads of traveling they are doing. But sometimes they are feeling alone. They are more stronger than younger people. Most of their nature lovers, a huge portion of septuagenarians are nature lovers, because nature is playing an important role as their medicine, so they know how to unwind themselves. So with the help of rucksack and a camera, they're just very okay with that, okay, and they're enjoying, they're spending their quality time with birds, fields, flowers, and so on. They have lot to share. So do we have time to sit along with them and let them, share that? Let us allow them to share, but this kind of relationship is not going to happen within one day, so you need to give time to them. They're all, each and every individual is carrying treasures, and this is so true. Treasures here mean that some magical concept, like indigenous. So some of them had spent their childhood with indigenous people. So I know many of them that they were not medically fit, maybe I can say even terminal illness, but they're doing so well because of indigenous medicine and the therapy, and they know that they're this is the asset of their carrying, but they would like to share with us so that next generation it can pass it on. But do we have time to listen to them? They can bring so much joy and they're full of life like a small kid, but they just need a little help. And they are our inspiration all the time. But some of them really need our support and they will become a shining superstar. A little small hand, maybe. Now, I'm going to share my experience with two septuagenarians. I was when I was a teen, so you can all imagine teenage. It's kind of beyond control, like worries, feelings, emotions, and utterly confusion. That time particularly. So how I began my journey with septuagenarians at 16. From my childhood, I was extremely talkative. Right now, I am too. Always busy about me, restless sometimes, extrovert. But one thing, it was with me that there was no age bar. Like, I was not very choosy while choosing people for as a friend. So, starting from month baby to septuagenarian, all were like I was connected with them. Okay, every day I can mingle with many friends without any age bar, but still I was like feeling lost. Okay. So it was maybe while going through my teenage age, 16 and 17 and 18, I had many problems. Nothing serious, specific, but it was only my problem and my important problems. No one else in this world have them. So irrelevant thoughts, kind of a self obsession, maybe, kind of only considering my thoughts, my emotions, my feelings, and I was unable to see others emotions, other feelings as well. Only self and me. So at that point of time, I'm so blessed that I met two septuagenarian and got connected with them closely. Unfortunately, they're not with me physically, but the lesson they have taught me about life and they have spent their quality time with me permanently. It has changed my entire perspective of life, and I will always be grateful to them. And I'm feeling so blessed to have had in my life. So, what did they teach me? And I just like to share with you all. They taught me about the broader aspects of life. Now, what is that? Normally, we are doing some wrong things, starting from Monday to starting from Monday to Friday, or maybe morning to night. We are just thinking about ourselves, like what we are going to do, how we are going to take care of ourselves, like questions like what we are going to eat, what we are going to dress, what we are going to study, how to, we are going to make our future secured. What about our loneliness? What about our stress, panic attack, if there's any? What about our friends? What about the relationship? Or how I'm going to cope up with the people who mistreated me? And obviously, at the end of the day, ego, right? So it is kind of a most utterly confused state of mind where you'd love to mingle with many people, but you are somewhere lost. So more into finding my true self, like who am I and what I was looking for. some way outs or maybe some mentoring part, because sometimes it is happening that you feel disconnected with your family and you don't want to show up that with your all issues, alone, confused, sometimes unable to share your thoughts with your family, friends, and everyone. They made me realize what life is in reality. Let me explain. They have gone through two several huge events on their life. One is Second World War, and second is the partition Indo-Bangladesh, as you all know. So bombarding siren, and they had to get ready for to get into the tunnel, and all were like in my age, teen, right? They had to spend night with the corpses. And division, if I can say, partition, uh, one fine morning, if somebody is going to ask you to leave your country, to leave your corner, to leave your belongings, to leave your relations, to leave your relatives, and you just like a I mean, nowhere. You just need to carry your things, belongings with unknown people, and you don't know where you are heading to. So these things happened with them when they were teen, but they survived. Not only survived, they rebuilt their life, they rebuilt their nest in a new country with new culture and from the scratch. So, such a creative way they have done this that they inspired many people, including me. They were with me more than 10 to 15 years. I've never seen not a stressed mark on their face or anxious. Always they were happily smiling, and always they were giving unconditional support. Yes, I did feel their pain so badly and I cried a lot, with them, but the support was coming from them only, that don't cry, okay, it's okay. So, what was my takeaway from their unconditional friendship? And their life stories were eye opener for me. And what did I learn? Number one, if you only consider your own problems, you will get detached from your inner self unknowingly because of you. So they were the first person who introduced me what is inner self and how you are getting so connected, what were the way out, how you should get connected, how you should know that externally who you are, internally another person sitting inside. So you need to get connected with that person, because that if you're not connected, you will be frantically looking for so many questions to and fro and you will be nowhere. Second, if thinking about yourself becomes a habit, you will become vulnerable to stress and anxiety, obviously, just because you are constantly thinking about you. So it's kind of a habit that morning when we are brushing our teeth, nobody is going to push that go and brush. It's become our habit. So doing brush, it's a good habit. But thinking about you, it's not so good habit for us. It is going to detach ourselves. Number three, they taught me about altruism. So it is the concept of altruism. It's very common, and many people they have started practicing. It is all about a selfless concern for others, sharing resources even in the face of scarcity. When you don't have anything, but your compassion, your feelings, your kindness towards other is there. So doing something to help another person with no expectation or reward. So, as I told you, I was in my own dreamland with my own created problem, and their stories made me feel ashamed about what I was thinking and how I was self centered, self obsessed. And how could I compare my pain with them? Their pain. How could I complain about my life, the life I'm having? So that was the beginning of my journey. And I promised myself that no matter what is going to happen in my life, I'm going to be all with them. If I can do a little, but I will do that. So I will never be self centered, self obsessed. It's a vicious circle, it has no end. Here, I'd like to share something which was very important taught by them. They introduced me His Holiness Dalai Lama. And here I'd like to share one story or concept that given by His Holiness, that there are two kinds of selfishness. One is foolish, one is wise. So now what is foolish? When one is obsessed about me, and has detached the self from by herself, by her. So the other one is wise, which is feeling happier and making others happy, thinking about others in an empathetic way, always considering their feelings, priorities giving to their feelings, no judgment, placing ourselves in their position, and if possible, provide us as much as unconditional support as we can. So, this has solidified my foundation. And I decided, I've made up my mind with the second why selfishness, both the selfishness approach, and absolutely this is the contribution of my first two septuagenarian friends. The initiation of my journey towards the sun began. Now I will share a few stories about the bond we built online from last more than 10 years through social sites. I got connected with person from a Scandinavian country, and I got to know that he's a veteran, retired. He's staying alone. He lost his wife, and our discussion went on. But I never, saw a little smile in his face because he was very lonely. Because his family, son, daughters, they were staying very far. They can't come regular basis, so I decided, okay, let me bring a little smile on his face. Maybe it is gonna take time. Slowly, I got connected with my other septuagenarians friends, many of them who were photographers, artists, and you won't believe the stability they're having on their hand. Yeah, I am unable to draw like this. Okay. Gradually, our friendship grew and bond became much stronger. We started sharing our phone numbers, WhatsApp number, and we started talking through audio call, video calls. So now they have learned and very comfortable with audio and video calls. Okay. And I'm talking about global, not India. So we got connected through WhatsApp Messenger. Not a single day goes by in which we have not connected with each other. Yeah. Now this is a cup of coffee. Everyday greetings become a cup of coffee, which is virtual, obviously. And with beautiful thoughts, we are sending to each other to show the gratitude. But here I'm playing an important role. Why? Because they can't download, and they don't know the difference between gif and photos. So suppose, for an example, one day I sent one one link from Pinterest, and the person got scared that he was unable to open. So I realized that, yeah, because you need to have your email, which is that person was having, but you need to get connected with Pinterest. You have to have your Pinterest account, otherwise it is not going to open, right? So I really feel bad that I should have give a thought of it before sending. And then I stopped sending the link, but I start sending the pictures. Okay. So we are great friends now from morning till night, whatever it is, 3 a.m., p.m., whatever it is, 5 a.m. We are sending coffee, we are sending images, we are sharing our thoughts every day. So very busy. Okay. Yeah, the stories we don't listen to, that we keep talking about how when people are retired, they are having a lot of free time. They don't need to struggle like us, they can do whatever they want, and their life is secure. Financially, they're secured. They're just looking for something only fun, not their life is tough like us, what we are having, etc. So, nothing to worry about, like they're having everything. But what about their loneliness? Sometimes you have too much free time, and You don't know how to channelize your energy. That I have explained before, that they're having full energy, less what I'm having right now. You need to spend 24 hours all alone. Maybe you're having partner, but the communication will be same and repeating, right? So routine work, like from morning walk, then medicine, breakfast, then lunch, and then dinner, and then in between evening walk. So the structured routine they had, actually it has disappeared into thin air, and mind is looking for something more, but to whom to approach? And this is really painful and really challenging for many, because they were looking for some identity which they have lost. And the pain of loneliness is far more damaging than pain they're having physically, because physically they have, by that time they have settled with the medication process, but there is no pill for loneliness, right? Some causes of loneliness in septuagenarians may be retirement. Retirement, why I'm saying? Because once they were holding a huge position, but right now they don't have any identity, right? If I'm introducing myself, I can say something about myself, but they will hesitate that okay, who they are. It is constantly, pricking on their mind that how to introduce. So change in living environment, based on the demand from our kids, they said that we had to relocate to, we had to change the country, the state. So it is causing so much pain for them, because they stayed over 40 years, 48 years in one location. Now they had to change, they can't say no to their kids. Lack of transport, like once they were having car, maybe they're having car right now, but constant driver support and constant manpower support was there. Now they don't have, and their hands are shaking. They are really scared of facing this traffic right now. So whenever they feel to go out, they need to depend on somebody, they need to ask. So it is bothering them too much, so they stopped going outside. Maybe morning evening walk, it is restricted. Fear of becoming burden, yeah, of course. Doing nothing, sitting at home, only just morning and evening walk and gardening, not clear about their role, what role they should play, because around them everybody is busy and they don't have time to sit with them that okay, fine, you can take this responsibility or etc. Many of them they're doing, things are getting changed, but in general, I'm saying that things are really not very good. And difficulties in speech and hearing and many more, this is a common problem, all you know. So because of that, do we have time to listen to them, because they're going to repeat again and again and again? Because of cognitive decline, they can't remember one thing, right? Loneliness in septuagenarians can increase the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, weakened immune system, anxiety, depression, cognitive decline, and Alzheimer's. By the way, he is old, he's having Alzheimer, she's old, she's having Alzheimer, but no, maybe from last 40, 45 years they were suffering with huge stress. And as you know, adrenaline, it's a happy hormone, and cortisol is a sad hormone or stress hormone. So constant secretion of cortisol, it could lead to the Alzheimer disease and dementia, it is proven.
Exactly.
So there is no relation with old age, that oh, old, that's why he's having dementia or Alzheimer. Well, sending them text hard copy with the instruction, go to settings, then open that file, then you can download blah blah blah. This is not gonna work, okay? Why? This is another story of septuagenarian. A lot of septuagenarians haven't learned how to operate digital device. So due to technological advancement, living far away from each other, it's not a big problem right now. Right now we are in, online platform, we are sharing our thoughts, we are doing something which is live. I requested many of them, they were just confused, they were said how to get it done. Okay, first if you do, and then if there is any link, please share with us. So I said okay, fine, I will do that. So, but for them, it's a big hurdle, as many of them are suffering with cognitive decline.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe today they can remember that where to click, but after few seconds or minutes, they will forget. So it requires practice, no doubt about that. They need support and training in order to stay connected online. But do we have time to sit with them patiently and explain things over and over and again? And I know that many grandchildren, they're helping their grandparents, but a little complaint that, they're forgetting. We explain, but they're just how to make them sure that they're going to work. So they do know that this is a repetitive task for other person, and they are very aware of their cognitive decline or memory loss and all that, and it makes them sad because they don't want to bother anyone. So sometimes I need to sit with them, how to work with Zoom link, how to work this platform out, sending links, letting them know where to click. Sometimes the page is getting vanished and they were like, oh, where to click. So we practice things over and over and again, and based on their demand, like I'm not going to force them, they will ask that how to do Maitreyee. Okay. So, why do they want to learn all of this, and why have they not learned it yet? It's a genuine questions for many and must be we're thinking. So once they were holding a huge designation, they were given support by so many people, and it's a common misconception that as a lot of them were well educated, most people expect them to be used to device, and many of them, I have heard many people that Zoom link is there, you just them to click there. It's not that easy. It's
Right.
not that easy. Their children and friends think that they're avoiding them, but in reality, the septuagenarians are withdrawing them from the social network platforms or maybe the relationship because they feel ashamed of being unable to use these digital devices. And medication is contributing, in many ways that they had to accept. So, however, once you provide a little space for open communication, that they're sharing that, this problem I'm having, I don't know how to make a video call. So, a little guidance, they will start reconnecting, bonding with their children, grandchildren. They can, see their faces, they can talk, and their families, their smiles will return to their faces again once they are able to do independently. So I'm feeling fortunate that to some extent I'm with them with their difficult journey. Here is the main funny things that sometimes intentionally I'm sending them calls. They couldn't save my number, they know my voice. So the surprise, it's really surprise for me to see such expressions on their face. And now they have learned video calls, audio calls, so sometimes they are giving me surprise video calls, whatever it is, 12 p.m, whatever it is, 12 p.m, time doesn't matter because I'm talking about global. So sharing their plan for the day and how they are going to do, etc., sending best wishes, sometimes so much kisses for affection and unconditional, who is not looking for, you know this. So I'm always ready to receive their calls. Okay, so
Really
here
important.
I'm going to share about this person that he called me one day in the morning my time, and it was his early morning 5:30, and he said that I wanted to discuss you something, and he started. So it was almost 2.5 years we had a wonderful talk. So after 2.5 hours he started, in a very helpless mode. He started walking inside, and he was taking me to the kitchen, he was taking me to the garden, he was taking me bedroom, and I was like, okay, is he going to show me something, or what is happening? So I just did ask that, all okay? I mean, why? I mean, I'm not getting, is there any problem? He said, Lass, I'm not getting that red button to stop this call. So what is happening in WhatsApp call, long time call, it may get vanish. So you need to tap it again and the screen will get smaller, and you again need to tap and then the red button will come. So I said, don't worry, from now onwards, I'm going to cut this call. Please let me know when I'm supposed to. He said, okay, thank you, thank you. Okay. So why did I choose this topic? Because here are three reasons why septuagenarians make the best friends. Number one, they will give you their unconditional support without hesitation. And they're really, I mean it, they're my family and extended family. If you are going to offer support, they will say no, they will hesitate. But if you're looking for support, they will jump to it. not for a second they're going to take. They will change your perception of life, which has happened in my life at the age of 16. And they will guide you with their wisdom, which is always welcome, because somewhere we are looking some guidance. I'm going to share my experience, little experience right now. So there are 3 points we can look for, having a friendship with septuagenarian. First is unconditional support, second is perspective, and third is wisdom. So they will guide you with their wisdom. Like if you need more friends, there are many apps for friendship. You can consider looking for 70 plus people to do a noble job also, and to get your knowledge more and more, and without any consent. So you must be wondering why. I lost my parents when I was 35, one by one. So one day I was crying and I was thinking about my life, that without them, how I'm going to survive, from where I'm going to get my confidence level, and obviously my pain is there. So one septuagenarian friend, he called me, and they said that, are you okay? I mean, you are not sounding okay. So I said, no, I'm just missing my parents because I just lost them. So he said that, I lost my mom, and I was informed about that incident, that she was 93 years old. So he did ask me that if we can support each other, because the feelings is the same, common feelings. And like father daughter due, is that okay for you? His unconditional support has directed me to a secure place, which I was looking for. And from that day onwards, I never feel alone. Whatever small things, big things, I will share with all of them, and it's a group that I can share, they will reply. So the best part about listening their stories from the septuagenarian friends is their perspective and wisdom. So friendship with septuagenarians are as an unconditional it can be. Uh, Definitely, I do believe old age is a mindset, because the way they are doing their artistic things like creativity, like paintings, I cannot do that. I don't have that patience. And I was willing to share, but they were hesitating that don't share in publicly. So I'm sorry, but I was really looking for to share few of their paintings. So here is the most beautiful thing about friendship with septuagenarians, that you don't have anything to offer except your time, but they can open the doors to a new magical world for you. And one question, every company, every person, they're looking for experienced people to guide us, right? So for example, experienced professional. How much experience in this field? Okay, 10 years, wow. Okay, 15 years, oh wow. Corporate sector, maybe the things are happening like freshers are welcome but not that welcome. Okay. How much experience do you have? Oh, 5 years, oh, you're very welcome. So septuagenarians are already wonderfully experienced in all aspects in their life. Why don't we try to learn from their experience?
Mhm.
This is a genuine question from my heart to each and every heart. Finally, thank you. And I'd like to thank you to our elder daughter to help me to prepare this presentation. Her name is Ira Sen. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's truly amazing.
Yeah, what a beautiful presentation, Mike.
Yes.
And it makes us all think
Mm-hmm.
about ourselves and about our loved ones who have aged, because you've given a lot of tokens there, a lot of tools that we could walk away with, how we really could look at our elderly parents or aunts or uncles, these elderly family members, how we should really treat them, with love and compassion. And they need our support on the end of and for the end of their
Right.
lives. They need our support, and we may, as you rightfully said, say to ourselves, oh, I'm very busy today, I really don't have the
Mm-hmm.
time, you know even self is an hour, we could just sit with them and
Yes.
talk with them. They will appreciate it, and those are the things they will remember about us, that we took the time out from our busy schedule to sit with them, and just to make them feel worthy of themselves.
Yes.
Because at that age, we tend to isolate them. We tend to
Hmm.
push them in a corner and don't have any time with them. And that is the time they need us.
Exactly.
That is the time they need us most of all, you know. So if we could just remember this on our journey for our loved ones who have aged, just to find that time to sit with them and to have a conversation with them, and we could learn so much wisdom from them. As
Yes.
Maitreyee rightfully said, ask them stories about their younger years.
Hmm.
Ask them stories about your great grandparents. Ask them
Yes.
story about family members, you know, because when we ask them those stories, we could able to teach our children or our younger
Yes.
family members these
Right.
stories and help them to understand the family tree
Yes.
and
Yes.
how
Yes.
we got here
Yes. Yes.
is
Yes.
to help them to
Exactly.
understand the family tree. Because remember,
Yes.
they know all these stories of the past lives. You know,
Right.
family members who we have lost, they know those stories. And it's good
Yes.
when we sit with them and we can ask them questions and they feel a joy that
Of
they
Yes.
share
course,
those
they're
things with
happy.
us.
Hmm.
They
I'm
feel
having
so happy.
goosebumps because it's happening.
Yeah, they feel so happy that they
Yes,
could
they do.
share these things with us, you know? So
Yes.
Hmm.
I think today, moving forward, we really need to sit with our elderly septuagenarians and have discussions with them. Joan?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there is so much to unpack there. Thanks for your daughter, Iris, you said her name was, who helped you
Thank
to
you.
put this
Yes.
together because it's so much
Yeah,
tools there, it's so much of value there that you have shared with us and help us all to understand who we are today. Let's
Yes.
pause, look at ourselves, and are we helping our septuagenarians to show more of themselves towards us by helping them to trust us? I think the key is listening to them because as we listen
Yes.
to them and let them share their story with us, we build trust, we build that
Yes.
bond that they
Yes.
can connect with us and we can
Yes.
draw more value out of them. And that will help us now to share with our family, our friends, what
Right.
it's all about. Because we are going to, as long as we live, we are going to get there at some point in time. And they can guide us, as you rightly said, they can give us the guidance. How do we get there? I love starting off the story where you show with the guy who was doing his farming on the rooftop.
yeah.
Yes.
That was so beautiful. The
Yes.
energy that he put into that, the love, he was excited because look what he has accomplished within that time frame before his demise.
Mhm.
Right.
So there is so much that we can learn today. There is so much value that being old not to be discounted,
Right.
but instead they can teach us something new, give us new insight, new perspective, how we can practice and model that for ourselves as well.
Absolutely.
And that trust is so important
Right.
because
Mm-hmm.
giving them that time, facilitating them that space, and listening with generosity is golden because they know they have an outlet. And what you're doing and what you have created is golden and beautiful as well. We just want to give you your flowers because you are connecting the world together because it's global. I like when you share the guy who could not cut his phone, shut his phone off,
Yeah.
and he just keep moving. But that is where the trust is. So you are providing them something so beautiful, showing them the value of still living at that
Yeah.
age. And as you
Mm.
rightly said, also, they don't care about anything. What they care about is the love and compassion from
Mm.
us.
Mm-hmm.
They're not worrying about financials, nothing about that. But if we can continue, as starting from today, all of us, we can continue to show them a little bit more grace, a
Right.
little bit more compassion, that it can maintain that dignity.
Right.
We can continue to make that change and give them that special uniqueness.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is very beautiful. And, you know, it makes us sit and pause about our lives when we get to that age.
Yes.
It makes us start to think
Of course.
about when we get to that age. What are we looking for?
Mm-hmm.
What are we expecting from our children? you
Yes.
know when we get to that age, it makes us start to really think long and hard about ourselves,
Of
you know
course.
Right.
as Maitreyee rightfully mentioned concerning about Alzheimer's and dementia, you
Mm-hmm.
know because we really need to start from now.
Mm.
We need to start from now to start to keep that brain active.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you like to do, for instance, like Maitreyee mentioned, painting. Some of them like to paint.
Yes.
Continue doing your painting. If you
Mm-hmm.
like to do gardening, continue to do your gardening. If you
Whatever
like,
it is.
whatever you like to do, just continue to do it. Because as you go into these years, you have something that you could lean on. If there is no one there, you have something that could bring you that comfort
Enjoy.
and give
Yeah.
you that joy that you're
Mm-hmm.
looking forward in your life. Because many of us will be looking for our children at those age, and our children's not even there for us.
Yeah.
Our children is not there for us. So what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do? We will have to turn to the things that makes us happy in our younger years and
Yeah.
bring it with us into those older years to make us happy.
Right.
Yeah. We have to revisit that because what
Yeah,
gives us that spark?
Right.
What had given us that spark in our formative years? And then we can reach
Yeah.
back, pull
Yeah.
that forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's all about foundation. Today,
Mhm.
see, I lost my parents, but I always feel that I'm covered with all so many parents, like,
Yes,
always feeling blessed to talk with that kind of level, and they're considering me as a daughter. Somebody saying that, I'm going to miss you, please call me, I'm going to miss your voice. Something that demands, like, these are unconditional demand
it
which you can
is.
fulfill. They don't need anything from
No,
you, but
no.
just a small little call and something discussion, that today is one minus 16, so I send me two more coffees, okay?
yeah,
That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful.
yes, yes, yes.
I
So
like
these
what.
things.
No, you go ahead.
No, so this small gestures from there, and it really is so precious,
Mhm.
like it's a virtual coffee, but they're saying that minus 16 degree, I cannot, so please send me two more and two more in the evenings. I said, okay, it should be fuming, huh? So I need to download that kind of picture, and then you know sometimes they are missing that what is picture and what is gift. So thank you so much for gift. So I said, no, no, these are not gift, these are real pictures. So, oh, okay. So they're
Mhm.
tapping, like, it's not moving, oh, it's not gift, okay, fine. So something like small
That's
small
so beautiful.
happiness.
Yeah,
Yes, it's so
yeah.
beautiful.
You know,
And
their cognitive
Yes.
is very, very important.
mm-hmm.
Their
Yes.
cognitive, and the self-esteem.
Yes.
When they meet to those years, their self-esteem is very, very important.
Yeah.
So it's nice when we could find ways that we could make them happy.
Yes,
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing when we could find ways, and not even only to your family members,
Yeah.
to extended family. Let's find the time we're walking down the street. We may see someone who is sitting there and very elderly. Can just stop and
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
have a conversation with them.
How
Ask
you
them how
doing?
they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
you know Ask them how they're making out every day, just sitting there. Just have a nice conversation, even buy them a cup of coffee or a
Mm-hmm.
cup of
Yeah.
tea. Extend
Something.
kindness. That is where kindness and mindfulness comes in.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Being mindful. You're going to a store. Sometimes you find to have a very elderly person. They may be pushing the cart. They're trying to reach something on a shelf. Just get it down for them.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
experienced
Just
that.
get that stuff down for them. Or they're trying to
Yeah.
go into a freezer to pick out something from
Mm-hmm.
the freezer. They may
Right.
be very petite and they can't reach in. Just
Right.
stop. Go into the freezer, ask them what they would like to have from the
Mm-hmm.
freezer, and just reach it and get it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Just be mindful.
Yeah.
We go about our days and we're not being mindful of these people. And
Right.
it's very important as we
Yes.
go into this holiday season. Let's look for
Let's
things
help
in
them.
humanity
Right.
that we
Let's
could
help
Right.
help
them.
humanity. Let's just
Right.
do that. It's a gift, and they will feel so happy
Yeah, they will be.
when they realize someone have stopped their
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
busy schedule just to reach out to them. Let's
Yeah.
do that for this
Right.
holiday season.
Even
Right.
even opening the door for them, even opening the
Absolutely.
door
Yes.
for them, helping them
Yes.
across the street,
Yes.
to get
Yes.
into busy traffic. Those
Yes.
are
Maybe
so
these
much.
are very sorry. Maybe these are very small gestures from
Yes,
outside, but it makes a huge impact on
Yes.
yes.
them.
It does, my tree. It makes a. I remember one time they had a very old woman, and I saw her. She was partially blind because that's what she told me, and she was looking to cross the road, and I was waiting for the bus, and I walked from the bus stop, and the bus stop was so crowded with people. Nobody take the time
Mm-hmm.
to look at this woman who wanted to cross the road, you know. And I looked at the woman and I said, you know what? Let me cross this woman across the road.
Mm-hmm.
When I held her hands and was taking her across the road, she said to me, she said, did you really do this for me? I
Mm-hmm.
said, yes, because I wanted to do it for you.
Yes.
You know, it's just being mindful of
Yeah.
these little things,
It's so
you know.
important. I remember there was one lady, she went to the grocery store and her taxi dropped her off back to her home. And then she had all this stuff. Now the driver, maybe he was busy to get to another call or whatever, just took everything and leave everything at the side of the street.
Mhm.
And I said, that's why we always have to look for that opportunity where we can
Yes.
extend
Yeah.
love
Right.
and kindness and being
Right.
mindful. I
Mhm.
said, don't
Right.
worry. I walk up to her, hi, how you doing? And then I help her to take her luggage into
Right.
her groceries in her home. And she couldn't be thankful enough. And that's
Yes.
the thing. But when you help them, they're so appreciative because they say,
Yes.
you took the time. You took the
Yes.
time to help me with my bags. You took
Right.
the time to open the door for me.
Yes.
You noticed me.
Mhm.
You serve me. But if you go into a shelter and you carrying stuff to give them and you give them a plate of meal,
Right.
thank you.
Mhm.
They like to be served.
Mhm.
This is the
Right.
moment where they can appreciate that somebody took the time to appreciate them, to
Right.
value them, who they are.
Yes. Yes.
And this is a nice time of year, which is this is a good
Yes.
topic we're talking about, Septuagenarian, and let's all practice that today. Let's start if we're doing it
Yes.
before, but we can do a little more today.
Right.
Let's make
With
that
each of
difference.
happiness, we can continue.
Yes,
Yeah. Yes.
let's share. Let's love.
Let's
Let's
Yes.
show
love.
compassion. Let's share that smile and
Mhm.
help them to feel good. Because they always say people don't ever forget how you make them
Them
feel.
feel. Yes.
Let's all do that today.
Yes.
Right. It was just today's experience. Like it was something that before Christmas, it was end of his visit to the doctor, and just a routine checkup. But he just felt to share with me that I just need to drive and I just need to have my injections. So I was nervous. I was like, oh, not only checkup but injection. Okay, kindly text me when you
Yeah,
were at
yeah.
home.
Yes.
But he did that. I'm so tired of driving and had injection, but I'm okay. I will text in the evening. So it's a 6 hours gap. So maybe another 2 or 3 hours I'm going to get that coffee again. I need to send coffee and see.
So beautiful.
Maitreyee, we really applaud you for what you're doing,
Thank you.
because you have your busy life,
Right.
but you still find the time to embrace and make these people your family who are living
Yes.
all across the world.
Yes.
You know, you have embraced them, bring them into your home, and accept them to be your family.
Yes,
And
yes.
that is such a beautiful thing. Hats off to you,
Yeah, the
Thank
flowers
you.
you
today.
know,
Mm-hmm.
because you're really showing being of service to humanity,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
go ahead, Maitreyee, sorry.
no, no, please go ahead.
And that is what we need to do. And if we all could find that time just to do these little
Mm-hmm.
acts of kindness,
Yes,
it would make this world a better place.
of course,
Yeah, yeah,
of course. We become game changers.
Yes, it
right.
it, it,
It's
it,
a
it
ripple
makes a
effect.
difference. It makes such a difference.
Just a little thing.
Yeah, just a little try. And you feel so secure, you can trust them blindly.
Mm-hmm.
That security is there, that always, if you're looking for help, any support, they will be there with
Mm-hmm.
you.
Very comforting
Yes,
Very comforting.
yes,
because it's reciprocated as both ways. You providing
Yes.
them a comfort, a joy, and everything, and they do the
Yeah.
same for you as well.
Yes, yes.
It's
yeah,
reciprocated.
yeah.
It's just beautiful.
It is. It is such a beautiful thing to
The
be
joy.
admired that someone is taking that time
Mm-hmm.
to really look out for these septuagenarians. They're just
Mm-hmm.
sitting, taking that time and offering help. Because many
Beautiful.
times we anticipate, oh, they're supposed to know technology. There wasn't a
Mm-hmm.
technical word before. They're supposed to know that, you know? But as we get older, certain functions, we need to revamp it a little bit,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? And with our little help, it helps them and it brings them
Mm-hmm.
joy
Right.
that
Right.
every day that they wake up, they could look forward for
Mm-hmm.
something on their phone or on their computer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them so happy.
Yes.
I like the guy who was asking for more coffee, virtual coffee. That's
Yes.
Yeah,
that's so
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
And
is so beautiful.
more of it, like, because of cognitive decline, they can send you one picture again and again and again,
yes,
like, so I'm just made one device to store those pictures, but
Mhm.
uh, never say that you send it. Why you're
No,
right,
sending
no,
it?
no, no.
exactly.
No, no,
Can't do
no,
that.
no. They will be
Mhm.
so in a pain,
Oh my,
that,
yes,
oh,
they will be
mommy,
in
did
pain.
I?
Hmm.
Yes,
So it's okay. I mean, I'm having another device, TB, that I've saved those pictures of
Hmm.
squirrel or teat they were feeding. One day, one person was saying, "Here, feeding birds are not allowed," but I'm going to do that. So I said, "Okay,
yes,
take pictures," and he said, "Don't say anything." I said, "Okay,
right.
okay." So I will share the pictures. So he has shared the pictures three times, four times, the same pictures. This is also, but I never made sure that sending again and again. I'm saving all these pictures.
Yes.
Because you want them to feel as though they have accomplished something,
Yes, yes,
and once they feel that, it brings them that
Hmm.
joy,
yes,
it builds their
Excitement.
self-esteem,
yes,
and it
yes,
makes them so happy. So when we could always try to make them and speak to them in a very subtle way,
yes,
you know in spite you want to get across some message, but the subtle way that we could get the message across to them, it means a lot.
right, right.
It means a lot. It
Yeah.
means so much to them.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine the person who is sending you the pictures
Sorry.
repetitively? The person who is sending the picture, the
Uh-huh.
excitement that person is feeling that they're sending
Yeah.
you that picture.
Yes, yes. So it's feel like every time I'm going to praise or sharing heart sign, and every time, but maybe already has sent 10 times before. But every time my reaction should be new, like fresh. I'm
True.
looking at
True. True.
fresh. So this kind of care, every anyone can take. Like, it's not a big deal.
Hmm.
But I'm not making him conscious that he already sent it to me, and
Right.
third time,
Right.
fourth time.
Right. Right.
No, this way we can take care, because I can feel their, loss of memory, and
Hmm.
they're forgetting so many things, and so it really.
Yeah,
Painful.
It's beautiful what you're doing, Maitreyee.
yeah, it is
It's
absolutely.
just a beautiful and amazing thing what you're doing.
Yeah, yes, yes,
You're helping, you're serving,
yeah,
you're
Yeah.
adding value to their lives as well.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
Just
yes.
beautiful.
Selfish.
Yeah.
What is the name of
Right.
your group on Facebook?
Artistic eyes, photography and
Artistic Eyes.
paintings. You can have a look at their paintings and photographs.
Mhm.
Artistic Eyes. Okay,
Artistic
great,
eyes,
great.
yes.
So, to you viewers, you could go on that page on Facebook and you could see some of Maitreyee's friends' artistic work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, one person has posted. I'm not going to take their name because it's kind of an understanding that don't say it publicly. But there is a painting of two horses. My goodness,
Wow.
that patience level and the strokes and that strong hand. I can't do. I can't do. I'm giving up. I
Wow.
can't do.
Wow.
Maybe it took
Beautiful.
time through 2 months or 3 months. Every each stroke.
Yeah, wow. That is
I
so
can't do.
beautiful. And you
So
know, when they do that, it give them sense of living,
Yeah.
yeah,
you know,
Satisfaction.
because they could
satis-
wake up every day and
Hmm.
even self, as you said, 2 strokes or 3 strokes,
Hmm.
yeah,
they feel accomplished. They did something
Yeah.
for
yeah.
the day. Yeah.
Most of the time, they're not looking for any appreciation. That whether
Right.
No,
you're going to like it or not, they just don't care.
they
But
don't
they're
care.
going to post.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
It's
They
within
feel good.
them. It's within.
They feel
And
good.
it actually gives them a reason for being because if they're working
Yeah,
in a painting, then they know that, okay, but as they get up at the start of the day, they enter their
yeah,
project and they're doing what they do, what they love
yeah,
best. So
yeah.
there's a lot of
If you
joy and
can,
happiness there.
yeah, yeah. If you can visit that group, you will feel that pulses. That nothing is so perfect. Like if I going to compare their text with others,
Hmm.
but they are improving also every day. And
Exactly.
you can scroll down and you can look at their pictures taken by them, and now there is a huge
Hmm.
difference.
Yes.
Huge
Yeah.
difference.
It's
Wow.
So
beautiful.
who said that they don't have energy, they don't have patience?
Right.
We don't have patience, we don't have energy. They're
Right.
having.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful,
Just
my
beautiful.
beautiful. Thank you for taking the time to sit
Thank
with
you.
us today and
Hmm.
Thank you
try.
so much for having me on
You
this great
welcome my
platform.
tree, and
You
your
both
head.
are doing great job.
So
Yes,
are you.
so
But
are
thank
you.
you.
Because it helps us to do some self-reflection
Hmm.
on
Yes.
our lives, as we
Mm,
get older. It
yeah.
really, really drive that nail within us to help us to know, you know what?
Yeah.
We are getting there.
Yeah.
We are getting there,
Yes.
and yeah,
Yes.
we are getting there,
And
and
how will we get there?
Yeah.
exactly, absolutely.
Yeah.
How would we get there, Joan?
Yeah. It's a reflection.
How will we
Yes.
get
Yes.
there?
Hard
You know,
truth, but it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
How would
Yeah.
we how
so
and
let's
another
start
question
from
is
today.
Yeah.
exactly how would
Anything, let me know if I can help. Anything, let me know.
exactly,
Exactly.
and how would you like to be remembered,
Hmm.
as an individual? How would you
Yeah,
like to be remembered? That's
Right.
very, very important for
of course
us
it
Yes.
is.
to
Yes.
ask
Yes.
ourselves these
Mm-hmm.
questions every day as we go
Yes.
through life. you know
Right.
Maitri,
Right.
you are phenomenal.
Amazing. Yes, it's
You are
beautiful.
a phenomenal soul, and we just want to thank you so much for taking that time
Thank
to
you.
sit with us today
Hmm.
and explaining things to us very in depth, that we could understand our aged loved ones and their
Yeah.
journey to end of life.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and to the viewers out there, I hope that you had your pen and your notepad and you took some notes, because
Yes.
we all are getting there.
Yeah, we are.
It's not something that we could run away from. We
Can't
can't
get
run
away
from
from
it.
it.
We cannot run from it.
Hmm.
No.
So I hope that you take some notes and that you could take these notes and sit with yourself and
And
ask
your kids,
yourself
if you have
these
kids.
questions and continue to interact with your elderly loved ones.
Hmm.
Ask them questions about past lives. Ask them different questions so you could give your kids these stories and they could give their kids. So
Mhm.
it becomes a ripple effect
Yeah,
happening. So thank you
let's
once again to
let's do
all
that.
the viewers this morning for taking the
Mhm.
time and sitting with us for this 1 hour. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for doing that.
thank you.
And to Maitreyee again, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you,
Talk.
Karen.
let's
Thank you,
let's not
John.
forget Iris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Iris, I mean, what a beautiful daughter that you're
Yeah.
giving her that opportunity to help you as a person to share with the
We are
world.
a good team.
Yes. 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 Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Thank you
It's
so
beautiful.
much, John and
You're
Karen.
welcome. You're welcome. And
Thank
if
you.
you want to get in contact to learn more, all of Maitreyee's handles is in the comments below. So
Hmm.
just go there, click on it if you want to learn more about the septuagenarians and how you could really deal with your elderly family. She would help you.
Hmm.
She would help. Or if you have an elderly family who is lonely and needs support and you really don't have the time, let them connect with Maitreyee.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah,
will
I
be able
can.
to give them that
Hmm.
space and that time. Let them
Yes.
connect with Maitreyee and she will help them to learn the device and everything. She's there for them.
Yes.
Reach
Yes.
out to her. She's
She's
gonna
a
help you.
queen for that. Hmm.
Anytime, anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
she's gonna help you
beautiful.
guys. She's gonna help you. And we have a special offer that is going on Facebook. We have the book Self Care is Intentional, and we're only offering it for $2. You could go and buy yourself this book. It's an ebook, or you could buy it for a loved one for this holiday season. It's packed with a lot of information.
Good stuff.
Just for $2. Just support a loved one and give them that book.
Hmm.
Self care is intentional. It will really help them going into 2023. And thank you
So,
guys once again. Go ahead, Maitreyee.
it's in Facebook or LinkedIn. You are going to
I
share
Yes,
the
think
link
I
both.
think we
Both.
put
It's
it on
on both
LinkedIn and
places.
Facebook. Yeah, just
about that book.
$2.
Okay,
It's an
about that
ebook.
book link.
It's an
Okay,
ebook.
ebook.
It's an
Yes.
ebook.
So
Hmm.
you purchase it on PayPal. You send
Yeah.
us your email address, and we'll send the
Yes,
link to
yes,
you.
Hmm.
Yes,
yes,
just two
yes, yes.
dollars. Two
Yes, yes.
American
I'll
dollars.
share. Yes, yes. I'm going to buy.
Yes. Thank you
Let's
so much,
continue to
Maitreyee.
share
Yes.
Yes.
and make the world a different place.
And it's a
Yes,
great gift.
yes.
It's
Hmm.
it's a great gift to give someone for this holiday season. A perfect
Yes.
gift because you're
Right.
helping that individual to empower
Hmm.
themselves.
Exactly.
Right.
That is what you're
Right.
going to be doing. Yes.
And
Right.
don't forget the digital magazine because it have a lot of good stuff in there. It's for free.
Yes.
And those who had subscribed with their email, their mailing address, they will receive a copy for the holiday as well.
Yes.
So let's continue to make a difference.
In the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In the world. Yes. It's.
Thank you guys so much and have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful
Thank you.
weekend.
Wishing
Bye
you a
bye.
very happy day.
Yes, you
Bye.
You too,
too. Bye
Maitreyee. Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.